Let me ask you a question. Why is it that when crisis strikes, one person becomes a pillar of calm, making decisive moves under fire while another freezes, overwhelmed by what others might see as a minor inconvenience? The answer lies not in circumstance, luck, or inherent magic, but in a deliberately constructed fortress within the mind: mental toughness. This is the harsh, liberating truth. Most people navigate life actively avoiding the very things that would make them strong. They seek perpetual comfort, numb themselves with distractions, and flee from pain. Then, when life inevitably delivers its pressures, as it always does, they wonder why they feel so fragile, so overwhelmed. But this ends now. What follows is not merely motivational rhetoric, but a blueprint for transformation. In this comprehensive guide, we will deconstruct the architecture of mental resilience, provide the tools to build it, and share the stories that prove it's possible. This is about moving from a life of reaction to one of unshakable command. If you're ready to level up your mind and take control of your life, let's begin the work. Section 1. The foundational mind shift from comfort to crucible. You must stop praying for an easy life and start building one capable of weathering any storm. The central error is believing strength is preserved through avoidance. In reality, strength is forged in the fire of experience. The muscle metaphor expanded. Your mind is not a static vessel. It is a dynamic, adaptable muscle. Leave it unchallenged and it atrophies, becoming weak, flabby, and inefficient. The comfort zone is not a luxury suite. It is a growth containment cell. Every time you choose the path of least resistance, avoiding a difficult conversation, skipping a hard workout, procrastinating on a vital project, you are not saving energy. You are weakening your mental infrastructure. The transformational shift. This is the pivotal lens change. View every challenge as a training ground, every failure as data, every rejection as redirection, every period of intense pressure as the heat required to temper your steel. When you internalize this, a profound psychological transference occurs. The obstacles aren't breaking you, they are sculpting you. This mindset transforms you from a victim of circumstance to an active participant in your own evolution. Section 2. Anatomy of Transformation. The Goggins Protocol. To understand the extreme end of self-forged mental strength, we must examine a modern archetype. David Goggins was not born a warrior. He was an overweight, depressed exterminator, trapped in a cycle of fear and low self-worth. His turning point wasn't a gentle nudge, it was a brutal, self-imposed ultimatum after watching a Navy SEAL documentary. His goal was physiologically ridiculous: lose over 100 pounds in 3 months just to qualify for SEAL training. The process was pure, self-inflicted agony. 4 a.m. alarms, miles of running on fractured legs, workouts that pushed far past the point of physical screaming. Mental toughness is built in the space beyond your perceived limits. When your body and mind scream, "Stop," that is not the end of your capacity. It is the beginning of your true potential. This is where most people quit. The mentally strong recognize this signal not as a truth, but as a lie their comfort-seeking brain tells them. By pushing past it, they expand their permanent threshold. Goggins's subsequent achievements, becoming a SEAL, an elite endurance athlete holding world records, are not the story. They are the proof. The story is the decision to embrace suffering as the price of a new self. His legacy is the demonstrable fact. Your limits are largely neurological and they are negotiable. Section 3. The Comfort Chase. Human beings are homeostasis machines. We are wired to seek calm and conserve energy. In the modern world, this ancient wiring is a trap. Growth is a disruptive process. It requires systemic stress to trigger adaptation. You must become a deliberate seeker of productive discomfort. The cold shower, the skill you're bad at, the honest feedback you fear. This is the stress recovery adaptation cycle applied to the mind. Section 4. The Daily Forge. Building habits of resilience. Resilience isn't something you're just born with. It's something you build day by day. It starts with small, consistent habits that train your mind and body to handle challenges and not just survive them, but grow from them. Think of habits like reframing setbacks as temporary and solvable, managing stress through mindfulness, and never skipping the basics: sleep, movement, and nourishment. But it doesn't stop there. Resilient people also invest in their support systems. They lean on others and take one small, focused step at a time, even when things feel overwhelming. And above all, they stay flexible. They adapt their approach without losing sight of where they're headed. Together, these habits create a powerful system, not just for bouncing back, but for bouncing forward stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were yesterday. Section 5. The Failure Algorithm. Failure is not a verdict. It's your most honest teacher. To become 5 times better, you must run the failure algorithm. See every no, setback, or mistake as raw data. Feedback that says, that approach didn't work. Adjust and iterate. The greatest never attached failure to their identity. They didn't think, I am a failure. They thought, that attempt failed. This separation is everything. Section 6. The 1% daily input. Forget the hero's journey. Becoming 5 times better isn't a single leap. It's the relentless, quiet rhythm of the 1% daily input. This isn't about motivation. It's about non-negotiable consistency, the algorithm of atomic habits. One small, deliberate deposit into the system of you every single day. The compound interest of time does the rest. You don't build a new self in a day. You write one new line of code each morning. Read 10 pages. Practice one skill. Write for 20 minutes. Review one failure as data. Section 7. Discipline. The engine when motivation fails? Motivation is a fair-weather friend. Building a life on motivation is like building a house on sand. Discipline is the foundation. Discipline is the pre-commitment to your values, regardless of feeling. It is the promise you make to your future self. You do not need to feel like doing it. You just need to do it because you said you would. This integrity with oneself is the bedrock of self-trust. All this knowledge is merely potential energy. It is inert until you convert it into kinetic action through a decision. The world does not need your permission to test you. Your future self is watching this moment, hoping you choose the path that leads to their strength. This is your call to arms. Make the decision, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Then close this page and do the one hard thing